Hello, good morning. I really like to think, and I'm a teacher. I really like to think of exercises and how to help people to understand things that I needed to work really hard to grasp the concept and find a way to use that. So when I see someone or even myself that cannot do something, I'm thinking like, okay, what would be the most simple exercise I can think of that will highlight the aspect that they're struggling with or I struggle with, and then practice. After a few years of thinking about it and trying many forms, I came to a method that I developed called Iparon. Iparon is just a pencil in Hebrew. I'm coming from Israel, my native language is Hebrew. And I developed or found or collected assortment of exercises that help to stretch the mind, how to think methodically, how to solve problems, how to become that everybody can be their own teacher or their own trainer. To start with, you need some teacher that will guide you. For example, or not for example, I found out that the best teacher that I had, most of the time, it wasn't the teachers that were pushing me forward to be better, and they were the ones that were like holding me back in some specific way, and then also giving me a few tools how to deal with this slowness while I'm being slow, especially with perfectionist students or with people with very quick frustration mechanism. The point is how to deal with frustration, how not to make it the main focus of our next move. So the Iparon method, what I've developed, is just like very carefully navigating between the many issues that are on the way to just create and do things. Because it's easy to say just do it, but there is a reason why it is not being done. And every time that I have a thing that I'm procrastinating or stopping or averting, there is a very specific issue that I need to deal with before I can do what I want to do. And the concept of what I'm teaching is always ask what is the easiest thing to fix that is in front of me and just fix it. And then ask again what is the easiest thing to fix in front of me and fix it and look again. And because I'm coming from drawing and from art, it is much easier for me to make classes in relation to art. Also because in art, or at least in creating something on material, for example, drawing in contrary to dancing. In dancing, you cannot see what you're having. You can experience, you can show, but you cannot keep it. So it might be a bit different. But because I'm coming from the art part of the world, my work is always to have a document of my process. By doing what I'm doing, there is a process to it. I don't know. What else? Still working on it. Actually, I have like a huge curriculum of what I want to teach. And the Iparon method is just the basic of how to handle a pencil and how to handle paper and how to handle my body and how to start absorbing what there is around me and stretch the mind to think methodically, because there are many levels of being in control of myself, not in hold of myself, but in control. In a way, if thinking that, for example, a smartphone is in control of the electricity that flows in it, and just like what will flow where, how much, and you have like completely different outcome than just flowing or moving. But before someone can create and be satisfied from what they are creating, they need to be in some control of their tools. like a baby in a way. You cannot go anywhere if you don't know how to use your feet. And it takes a lot of practice to use your feet or any other part of your body or your mind. So I'm just teaching the basic of creating, while knowing that being a grown person, and even like 5-year-olds are already grown person in a culture that they already have the inhibitions of something like, I'm not as good as my sister or as my brother, everything that I'm doing is shitty or ugly. Yeah. So in a way, this video is just an introduction to what I'm doing. I'm just teaching how to methodically think through drawing, how to break things apart, how to look, how to achieve immediate goals without having like a big goal, how to deal with frustration, how to bring the frustration to a level that is just comfortable enough, like sport, that you're just like, okay, I can feel my body, something is moving, but it's not here to break me, just to set my limit. And the more that we are working, we are gaining trust in me as a teacher first, and then second, the student is gaining trust in themselves to understand, oh, this is how it feels when I'm doing something that is above my level and I just need to level down. Or I came to a problem. How does it feel when I'm coming to a problem? How does it physically feel coming into a problem? Maybe I just need to find different solution. How do I find different solution? How do I choose tools? What tools can I use? So I have many tools that I can offer, but the more that I'm teaching, I'm gaining more tools. And actually, I'm part of the reason why I like teaching, because a lot of with the interaction that I have with students give me new tools to use on different students, with different students. And also, if a student can develop at some point tools by themselves, it gives them enough autonomy to be free, I guess. Because at the end, we are with ourselves, not in a bad way, but just nobody knows better than ourselves what we are dealing with right now or what is the best solution. Because even if from the outside it seems like, oh, it's obvious, you need to do just 1, 2, 3 and you'll be fine. And from my experience, almost nobody is taking the short way that is being offered to them. And instead of trying to convince people that they should take the short way, I'm just asking, like, what is important for you? What would you like to change? And then they're saying, I would like to change 1, 2, or 3. And I'm saying, okay, let's take 2. 2 seems the easiest. Then, okay. The 1 and 3, don't deal with. Do the same thing you did before, just the second problem that we had. Let's find a solution, a technical solution to finish it. Find a nice solution that you would be happy with. And we are doing the second, and we are creating something, and then we're asking again, what can we fix now? So every time, like doing something, stopping, evaluating, and then doing it again and again and again, until we had enough and we just continue with our life. It is really stretching for the mind and give you the feeling of sport. Oh, doggo. My dog is just telling me that, I don't know, maybe just yawning. Anyhow, I will just continue with that. Let's stop here. That was some version, my first try of introduction to my method, Iparon method, pencil in Hebrew. I will put a link in the description below if for some reason you would like to learn more or to invite me to teach or to have a talk about it. I really like to talk about it. I really like to make new exercises, and hopefully I will make a few more videos and get into details and show a few of the techniques. And if you take any of the techniques, please tell me later or show me later what you've done with that, because we are working together. Even if I don't know you, in my mind we are a team. So many people help me, I will help so many other people, you can help me. I'm just curious to see what the tools that I'm dealing with is doing nowadays. Maybe 20 years have passed and you've seen this video for some reason, so like, I'm using his techniques. He would be happy to hear what I've done with it. I would be happy. So, enough. Let's continue with life. Yes, thank you.